Hello, welcome to the Perham Show. I'm Dave Howie, and if I have a little bit of headphone hair, it's because normally you hear me on Lakes 99.5. Here on TV3 on the Perham Show, we're talking with area residents and members of the community, learning a little bit more about activities and events that are coming up. At the end of our segment, I'll share with you how you can share with us maybe an idea for a show or an interview that you'd like us to do. We have Nicole Matfeld with us. Nicole is the choral director at Perham High School, and welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
And Nicole, now this is your second year here at PHS as the choral director.
Yep. Exactly.
And do you want to give us an overview of the choral program at PHS?
Sure. I have two choirs at Perham High School that are during the day. I actually have a treble choir, which is made up of 9 through 12 girls, and it's the first one ever at Perham High School. I started it last year, and so in 100 years, it's the only all-women's choir. So that's been pretty cool.
You're pretty excited about that program because you and I have talked about the kids.
Yeah, and it's, I just think there's something really special about when all women sing together versus the mixed part, and it's a really good stepping stone for them into the more advanced mixed choir, which is concert choir. And that's also here at the high school, and that includes 9 through 12, primarily 10 through 12 women, but then all of the men, since that's the only option for during the school day choirs. And then I also have a swing choir, which rehearses before school twice a week from 7:30 to 8:15. And then I also have a middle school choir made up of 7th and 8th grade boys and girls, and that this year the numbers are really good. I have over 80 students at the middle school, and I have 70 in my top choir at Perham in the concert choir.
That's a huge percentage of the student body involved with choir.
Yeah, and it's exciting because they're mostly kids that have been in choir before, but there are some new faces, which I think is always very fun. I'm always curious about why they join and what they hear from their friends. So,
having been involved a little bit with the Perham Community Musical, which you directed, there were a lot of fresh faces there. A lot of young kids coming up, and you get to have them for a few years.
Yes, it's very exciting. Even, especially in the middle school, I see a lot of kids that are wanting to do more. For example, at the Christmas concert coming up, I have a group of middle schoolers, 6 of them actually, who wanted to do their own song, and they've been coming in with extra help to prepare that, and that was their own idea, and it just shows kind of the drive that they want to strive for more.
All right, taking their own initiative. Very cool. So some of the events coming up for the choir, the public can come out and catch the concert choir and other choirs here on the 14th.
Yes, on Monday, December 14th at 7 p.m. at the high school auditorium, I'm having my 7 through 12 choir concert. It's a holiday concert, a lot of Christmas music, but then some music from other traditions as well. My middle school girls are actually singing in Hebrew, which is pretty exciting. It's a new thing for them, and so that will include all of the choirs, including swing choir, and it's going to be a good night.
Just kind of going beyond music education, they get to learn a little bit about other cultures.
Yes, they do, and it's fun because initially when I hand them the piece of paper with the music on it, they go, "What is this?" and they hate it and they don't like it, and then they learn a little bit more about it, and then they hear how beautiful it is and about the traditions of other cultures, and then they really enjoy it, and actually that's their favorite piece to perform.
So again, Monday the 14th.
Yep, at 7 p.m. at the high school auditorium. And it doesn't cost anything. We will have a free will donation bucket out, but again, that's just if you're able. And we would love to have community members, even if you don't have a child in the program, because it's just a really great way to get in the holiday spirit.
It really is. I really enjoy the kids' concerts all over the area here.
Yep.
Let's look ahead a little bit later in the week.
Yes.
You've got a busy schedule.
That entire week is packed full of music performances. So we have the concert on Monday evening, the 14th at 7 p.m. The next day, my swing choir, which is that extracurricular choir, will be performing at the Perham Center of the Arts for the chamber party. On Wednesday, the 16th at 10 a.m., they'll be singing at West Acres in Fargo. Thursday evening, on the 17th, I have a Caroling for Cans event where all students, including kids not in choir, can go out and carol around the houses around this area and also in Westwind, and then we're asking for donations for the food shelf. And I think that's a great way to spread Christmas cheer, even if you're not in choir and you just want to go make a difference. So.
Well, we appreciate your time today. A busy schedule coming up for the choral program for Nicole Matfeld. We appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
Like to request too that as you're watching the show today and thinking about some things that are coming up in your world, give us a call. We're at 218-346-4800. You can leave a message for me. My name's Dave Howie. We'll also have my email address there. Feel free to contact me any way you'd like at TV3. And in the meantime, we'll see you on the radio. Thanks for watching TV3. My name's Dave Howie. This is the Perham Show, and we have Susan Heuser-Ladwig with us, and actually we're in her place of business. We're at the Perham Area Public Library. Susan, thanks for doing the show with us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, there's a lot of things happening in December for the kids. Do you want to jump in and tell us what kind of a schedule we can find?
Sure, we have a lot of holiday things going on for the kids this coming month, and they're kind of exciting. What we do in December is we change the time of our story time. And normally we have a morning story time for preschool kids. But in December, what we want to do is kind of bring in the entire family. And so we have a story time in the evenings instead. So our regular morning story time in the month of December won't be held. That's normally Tuesday mornings, and we won't have that in December. But we will be having a 6:30 p.m. evening story time for families on every Monday during the month of December.
And that's jammy time, isn't it?
It is. Because it's at 6:30, it's probably going to run about an hour. So sometimes families say, well, you know, we're just starting to get the kids to bed. So you can bring them in, have them listen to stories in their pajamas, and then take them home, and maybe they'll fall asleep in the car on the way home.
As long as they don't get too jacked up on cocoa or
That's
something.
right. Well,
yeah.
we do have some cocoa, I think.
I thought so. That's good.
So that's Monday, December 7th, 14th, 21st, and the 28th.
With something special on the 21st.
Yes, Santa is coming to read stories on December 21st, and so that'll be a lot of fun. So we really encourage all the family to come, preschool, moms and dads, older kids as well, if they want to sit in and listen to some holiday stories. Have a little bit of cocoa, maybe do a little craft activity.
Oh, good.
And
Okay.
Everyone's welcome to come in their pajamas, even mom and dad.
Okay, fantastic. Well, and with that then, after the story time, I was going to ask about some things that are going on around the building here, around the facility. There's been a lot of work, a lot of plastic outside, and tell us about what's happening.
Yes, and so there is, it's pretty obvious all fall. We've been having work done on our building. We've been having the stone removed and the walls worked on because we had some water problems in our walls. And so now they've actually taken a lot of the plastic off on the kind of northeast side of the building. And if you drive by the building, you'll see that those areas are looking really good and are pretty much done, just some finishing touches needed there. We still have the plastic up on the south and west sides, and that's where they're working right now. So we are hoping that weather, working with us, we've had such a beautiful fall, that maybe this will be done by the end of the year.
All right. Yeah, you said it.
Cross your fingers.
Knock on something. Yeah. So the project is fixing the exterior, getting rid of some bad areas and replacing the stone, putting the stone back.
That's right. Yeah, they actually took all of the stone off the building. It was really quite a shock to hear that had to happen, but we had some water behind that stone on all of the walls, and so when they took all the stone off, fixed the walls, rebuilt them, put it back together in a way that we won't have that problem again, and then did the stone again. So.
And how old is this building?
We moved into this building in '97. It was built in the '96-'97 year.
Okay.
So just approaching 19 years.
All right. Well, a beautiful site and a terrific resource here in the Perham area, the Perham Area Public Library. We've been talking with Susan Heuser-Ladwig about the reading program in December, and then also the work that's continuing. And as she said, they'll have the roof on.
Yes, hopefully.
Gonna hold you to it, right? No, but yeah, there's so many variables that go on with that, and getting the new surface up there, working with crews in Minnesota weather.
Yes, that's right. And we've been so fortunate this fall that actually, I kind of thought that they would have had to have stopped before now, but.
Susan, if someone wanted to follow up and get in touch with you here at the library, do you want to give us some contact information?
Sure. You can reach us at the library with questions or questions on our schedule at the phone number 218-346-4892, or you can go to our website at www.perhamlibrary.org, or you can like us on Facebook too, Perham Area Public Library.
Well, we appreciate your time today. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
My name's Dave Howie. Normally you hear me on the radio at Lakes 99.5. Glad to be here on TV3. That's our Perham Show.